hello, hello, hello. Hey, Local Live, how you doing? Alright, so we got the software set back to 2,500 kilobits per second instead of trying to push out 4,000. I found a couple of loose connections on the WeBoost. I don't know if it was enough to keep it from working, but it probably didn't help. You made a birthday video about me? Okay. Hi, Gail. Thanks for stopping in from North Carolina. I'll have to go and take a look at that. Yeah, we definitely need to get their message out there a little bit better, get more people involved. To network them a little bit better. But they were definitely a nice group.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
Yeah, I guess it was just a couple hour thing, you know. Unfortunately, once the farmer market kind of dies down, you know, everybody kind of starts to check out. So, yeah, there wasn't a lot of reason to stay around if there's not really anybody there. Definitely be a lot nicer if we could get more people to show up. Bigger draw. It definitely seemed like it was just a little bit more of just some local people that wanted to kind of get the word out. Not quite as big as something that would draw in a big crowd, but it would definitely be nice. Oh, you actually went to the grill at Runways? That's cool. Yeah, I expected it to be an all-day event, so it is what it is. No, I did not. What's on the Discord channel there, Jeff? I'm not out here trying to hook up with women and whatever. I'm out here trying to, you know, get some freedom stuff going.
Use the second lane from left to merge onto Beltline Highway. Continue straight, then keep left. Use the left lane to keep left.
I just got a text from the one lady, the main lady that I was talking to. Ah, damn it. Forgot to lock the focus. Lock. There we go. Cool. Hopefully this is the right ramp. I don't think it is. Nope. Alright, we're going for a detour. Oh well. I ended up getting off on the,
Take exit
getting on the wrong
262 onto
ramp.
Rock Road. Then turn left onto Rock Road.
So, yeah, it'd be nice. It'd definitely be nice to see and get them more support, more people out here, you know, whatnot.
At the light, use the left lane to turn onto Rock Road.
Wendy ended up going back to
merge onto
Texas.
West
She's got some friends that are gonna put her up kind of in a nice quiet spot. She wants to do some of her artwork. That's part of how she makes money, other than being on a fixed income, you know, from being retired, you know, Social Security, whatever. She does art projects and things, and she's trying to do some artwork so that that way, when she goes to Mona's event in September, I guess they have the ability to set up a stand and she can sell some of her artwork. So that is what Wendy is up to. So she was not a permanent fixture. I guess I have to find a new Mrs. G to read my chat while I'm doing things. Because she had to go. So, oh well. It is what it is. I'm really wondering where this GPS is taking me. Because I just took 151 all the way in. Now it's sitting here trying to tell me to take 39 north. I feel like it's sending me the wrong way. Nope, it says it's taking me to my address.
Starting to 1409 South 24th Street.
Freedom!
4 miles. Exit left to merge onto I-39 North.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's nice to see people out there doing some doing stuff for freedom, and you know, hopefully I can find some more events that are going on in Wisconsin and possibly cover them too. You know, if anybody hears of anything that's going on, or any pages or groups that are doing things, definitely try to forward that information to me, because unfortunately my limited searching, I haven't found much. But to be honest, I really haven't been super hardcore looking either. As far as I know, she made it just fine. She only had one hiccup where she missed her transfer, so she ended up having to take a later bus, which put her, I guess, like 5 hours behind when she should have originally arrived. This is live. But for the most part, it was pretty uneventful, her bike ride, or bus ride, bike ride. That would have been funny. Wendy riding a bike all the way to Texas. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I don't do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Most of it is live. And wow, I must have hit the timing just right. Missed all this rain. Didn't even need a rain jacket. I guess they actually had a sit down. Her group had a sit down with Ron Johnson, they were saying. So that's pretty cool. interesting. Have you signed the Keystone Pipeline petition? My understanding, at least the one that Tennessee Patriot was doing, is based not in Wisconsin. And most of the time, the way those petitions work is they have to be from signatures of people that are in that community. So if you plug them up with a whole bunch of people that aren't residents of the area that you're trying to target, they become useless, because they sit here and they basically nullify the signatures, and it's really counterproductive when you do that. So I haven't really looked at the petition, but from what I had a question about that when I was watching the interview. So before I sign it, I'm definitely going to check out and see if I should sign it. You know, I think that's where I'm leading with that. Find out exactly who they're trying to target with the petition, and you know, whatnot. I haven't had time to really look at it. That's the difference between the left and the right. The left, man, as long as somebody that's left gets in, they'll vote for them even if they don't agree with them. They're all about having somebody that's in the left. Where the right, if we don't like them, or if somebody doesn't like them or something, then yeah, you're out on your ear. They're definitely a lot more united on the left in that facet. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it was 110 miles roughly. That was not it was not a short little jog. I'm gonna have to stop for fuel because I only got 80 miles of range. So that'll be $35 out of my pocket. Gone. But you know, hey, like I said, I brought, you know, this video is gonna bring in probably, it was already up to 1,000 viewers. So possibly it'll bring up, you know, maybe I'll clip that part of the interview so people don't have to watch the whole thing. And maybe I can get some more people to see what's going on. I don't know, what do you guys think? Think I should clip out that interview at 2 hours and 13 minutes or 2 hours and 14 minutes roughly, and just post that separately? actually interesting. If I wasn't, okay, two things. There was a left protest where the women were topless, so I couldn't have streamed it, unfortunately. But it would have been nice to have talked to them about some of the left and right issues that maybe we could unite on. And I did talk to one of them that was wearing her top. But it would have been nice to sit here and, talk to somebody from the left in person here in Wisconsin and see if they would have been more open to some of these mutual things that the left and right can agree on. So maybe if they're down there next weekend, I might grab one of them that's dressed and see if I can have a little debate or conversation or whatever about things that could unite the right and left. See what they think about it. Because even though it may be legal in Madison, Wisconsin to walk around topless, I'm pretty sure YouTube would frown upon me publishing some ladies walking around topless.
Use the right lane to keep left toward US 151.
Pretty sure there's a couple of guys that would like it, but
To merge onto US 151
yeah.
toward Sunbury. Use the right lane to keep right to merge onto US 151 north toward Sunbury.
Actually, I got accused of being not close enough to 1776. I really didn't get involved in 1776 business. Partially because of the fact that I was at AFC, because that's where my camper ended up once I had to move it off the racetrack, or once I felt I had to move it off the racetrack. I did a couple of interviews on 1776, and I went to a couple of their rallies, but I wasn't really invited back because I guess I asked the tough questions. And I asked questions that viewers asked me to ask, and if I felt that it was a good question, I brought it up, and I wasn't cherry picking questions. I didn't ask just easy questions like, if somebody wants to donate, how can they donate to 1776? I wasn't asking questions like that. I was asking, Santa, we've heard that you've got this bankruptcy. Do you feel that the LSC is at risk if the government comes after you for back taxes or whatever? Yeah, there may have been some, but I think there were people on the right that really wanted to know these answers too. I don't think it was just trolls on the left. I think it was people on the right that had these questions also, because I also wanted to know if it was a good idea for Santa to be in charge of the LLC with a pending legal thing due to back taxes or whatever it was. If that was smart for, I thought it was valid for their views to pollsters. So I think you get a lot of people that are polling, and when somebody calls us up and you're like, so what do you think of this? We're just like, click, I don't have time for this. So not 100% sure how accurate these polls are. My job was to be I looked at the streaming as news reporting. That's, being an advocate for my viewers. So, I mean, if somebody asked me a question and I looked at it and I went, that's an interesting question. Whether or not I knew I should probably have filtered it maybe, or that I was maybe feeding into a left type thing, or, whatever, I would still ask it because, it deserves an answer, I mean, it was a valid question, in my opinion, to ask, if it was a smart idea for you to be involved with the LLC, and if you technically have money troubles, potentially looming over the top of your head. So, and that's the one that sticks out. I mean, there were other questions, obviously, but I mean, that's the one that really stuck out in my head that I can refer back to. But yeah, I wasn't afraid to ask harder questions, not powder puff questions. My honest opinion, I don't think Santa was the right guy for the job. But he was the only person that stood up. I think with the having $86,000 in whatever tax issues and having a known affiliation with the Proud Boys, the fact that people don't know about them, and I don't even know about them. I only know what Santa told me about them. I really don't know much of anything else about them. Just was not good PR. So, I think if they could have found somebody to stand up that was clean, that didn't have any background drama that people could pick a piece or pick apart on. Hi, Dan. Yeah, that's the problem. RT3, I agree with you. You almost need a politician in a sense. Somebody that's not really done anything wrong, doesn't have a criminal history, is well liked and a patriot. And I don't know who the right person would have been, honestly. But I just think that the Proud Boy connection and the financial things kind of, was bad. But armchair quarterback here again, I mean, it just is what it is. Yeah. Did any of you guys listen to that radio show about from the disrespected trucker or whatever, I think, or disgraced trucker? He had an episode 44 where he had Mike Lantis, he had Marcus, he had a few people on from the Convoy. They were kind of going through all the ins and outs of kind of what all happened with the Convoy. I was a little, I don't know, they kept on saying that the people that were taking the online donations were kind of doing things with, there wasn't good communication. What was coming in exactly how that all worked out. I know Mike Lantis sat here and said that the 401c or whatever was in his name. So he should have control over that, I'm assuming. So I don't know how the online platform was running away with whatever the heck they were doing. It seems like that's something they should have reined in. Being that they controlled the website, they could have always changed the links or found some other donation platform or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I've got nothing against any of them. I wasn't in the know, so I've got no evidence saying that they did any wrongdoing. I can only talk about the interactions that I had with them. And really, the only person that I've got a problem with is Marcus, and that's only because of the fact that he abandoned the trailer in DC. Even though I gave him every opportunity to get it back to New Mexico, and it wouldn't have cost him anything, he still chose to abandon it in DC. That's really the only bad thing I got to say about any of them. Convoy told me that a lot of the cards that were coming in to the truckers and stuff had money and gas cards and things like that, and they were meant to be distributed to people in the actual convoy, and all the envelopes and letters were opened, and the money and cards were removed, and then the cards were given out at a later time. So that was a little disheartening. Because they were meant to be directly given to people. I might have to mic up. Yeah, it looks like we might have had an accident here. I don't know. This rain isn't that bad. Why are people getting off the road? This is not something I'm normally used to seeing in Wisconsin. I drive through stuff worse than this every day. Get off on the next exit, and I'm going to mic up so that way you guys don't hear the rain as much. Usually people in Wisconsin usually keep these. Not really doing any hydroplaning, so. I'm gonna get some gas real quick, and I'm gonna get a soda, and yeah. So yeah. I'll be right back. I do not have four-wheel drive. This is just a little Econobox car. I wish it had a propeller. On my way back towards Fond du Lac, towards my house in Wisconsin, or in Sheboygan. Hi guys, I'm back. I survived. It's always a classy place when you end up at a gas station that has a condom dispenser in the bathroom. It's amazing. I will say this place is definitely big on their beer. They've got cases of beer just sitting in the middle of the walkway area. Like the whole area that normally just be open is just cases of beer, you know, probably 6 feet, stacked 6 feet tall. Nope, this isn't a quick trip. Quick trips are where I get the bananas. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I'm gonna get back under that awning real quick. I was gonna mic up so that way you guys didn't have to listen to the rain. That's what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the Mikey phones. Let me hook them up real quick. Give me 1 second. With my luck, the rain will pretty much stop and it won't matter, but just in case, we'll just get you guys all mic'd up. Well, me mic'd up. So that way you guys can hear me over the rain. Okay, plug that in. Okay, let's turn down some of these settings so it's not blaring. There we go. That should be about the quietest the mic goes, so I'm not screaming. You guys should be able to hear me okay. I don't think there's much quieter I can go with this. I think that's the quietest setting it's got. So let's go, and hopefully that takes some of the rain noise out. And then you guys can actually hear me over rain pounding my roof. And there we go. Too low now? Well, I can just move. I tried to have it really low so that you guys didn't hear the background as much. Alright, well, the stream just came back a little bit. Hopefully the audio is a little bit, the mic gain all the way down, so hopefully the rain isn't super. That's what I'm kind of going for here. I was smart. Well, that's why I mic'd up. So I turned the gain way down. The microphone's so it shouldn't be so sensitive to all the rain and engine noise and all that fun stuff. should just be hearing me. Off. Well, if bump it up a level, but my the wireless receiver is showing me that I got a crap load of audio output. Or at least audio input to it. Hi John, how you doing? I'm not doing too bad. Just got back from a little Wisconsin rally for nurses, basically trying to fight the mandates that are kind of pushing them out of their working field. The mandates, they're getting forced into having to work desk jobs to not deal with the actual public. And because of that, and the fact that there's also nurses that have left, having shortages at the VA, more beds than they have people that they can serve those beds. So unfortunately, there are some VA people, some veterans that are just not getting the care that they should be getting. You know, awareness to the fact that they should be getting, because being nurses, Alright, we're going to try not running the WeBoost for a little while, seeing what's going on. I don't know. So yeah, I kind of feel for them. You know, I get where they're coming from. So, you know, I didn't really know what they were about because they didn't have a lot of online presence. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to come out and talk to them and figure it out. You know, it was definitely nice to be able to do that. So. Try this. Yeah, they said there was quite a few beds. I think they were saying like 50 because of the fact that there just wasn't enough staff. Alright, so I'm trying a different configuration. I've got the other style WeBoost. Disconnect this one. I've got the secondary WeBoost that I have that's more designed for like cars, running on my other phone. And then I'm hotspotting the streaming phone to it. We're going to see if that gives me a little bit more stable signal in this car. So we're doing a little testing. That's what we're doing. Because the really big WeBoost that works well in the truck, I think the antennas are too close. So I think they just don't like to talk to each other. And we're going to see if this more mobile one works better. So you guys are my trial run. And if we find out the smaller one works better, then great. I'll just go either buy another one of these just for mobile use, and then I'll put the big one in the RV when I need it in the RV. So far, it seems like it's doing good, but I'll probably jinx it now that I said something. I'm doing pretty good, Granny Sue. Definitely going to take me a little longer to get home now that the rain's so bad and nobody's doing the speed limits. It was kind of nice that two of the participants of that rally actually were vets. One was in the Air Force Reserves for 10 years, and then the other one was in the Navy for 4, I believe she said. So that was pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Rain let up a little bit. Looks like it's going to start raining harder again, though. Yeah, so far we're holding a good signal. Might have something to do with the cell tower sitting right there. Being near a cell tower usually helps. Yeah, I actually got kind of excited. I was like, okay, well, you know, yeah, it sucks that the rally was only for a couple hours, but at least I get to get back to home because I still got to do some welding on that trailer. Well, I guess I won't be welding on a trailer in a rainstorm. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, I've never seen people pull off to the side of the road like that in Wisconsin. This is really strange to me. I mean, I've seen people driving slow with their flashers on before, but literally seeing people pull over to the side of the road, I mean, it's rain. I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that this smaller Weeboost might be a better option for this little car. Now I just got to figure out how to make it work better. Because unfortunately the cradle it uses blocks the camera, so I can't really put the phone that I'm streaming with in the cradle and be able to stream. Or at least I haven't figured out a way to do it. So right now I'm using a hotspot method where I'm hotspotting one phone and then using the Wi-Fi on the other. But yeah, I haven't seen any drop in signal, so I don't know. Yeah, probably call the boss. I was gonna go in on like Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday. I just the last 3 days, I just really didn't have a lot of drive to do anything. Friday, I kind of got out. I was doing some testing with something. I don't remember what it was. I streamed. I don't remember what I was testing the GoPro. And then I did this. So I'm a little bit more motivated to get off my butt. I just really just took 3 days and just kind of just relaxed and was just kind of, I don't want to do anything type mode. But yeah. I was testing out this mobile WeBoost that I'm using right now, which appears to be working better than the big one, at least in this small of a car. I think the reason the big WeBoost is having an issue is because it's really high power, and it's designed for a bigger vehicle like an RV, where the antenna would be way on the back, and then the internal antenna would be way up in the front. And in this little car, they're only maybe 4 or 5 feet apart from each other, separated by the roof, and that's it. And I think they're interfering with each other, and that's why the really big WeBoost isn't working. Because so far this little one seems to be doing the job, which it's a little lower power, so that might be the ticket. Well, I don't want to relax too much. You know, I want to get a little bit more involved in some things that are going on. Yes, Wendy went to Texas. She made it there safe and sound. She missed one bus transfer and ended up having to catch another bus, which delayed her about 5 hours, but she made it there. I've seen her in the chat, so that way when she goes, she's planning on going to Mona's event in September. It's a creative place that she can kind of do her painting and be artsy fartsy. So, and then she can just kind of decompress and be left alone and whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't think that the little WeBoost would do this good of a job, but it seems to be rocking it. I really thought the high-powered one would be the cat's meow, but I guess with them hearing each other, that's not a good thing. But it definitely seems like the littler WeBoost is doing a good job. Because I was suffering a lot of drops through this whole section. And right now, she seems to be pretty rock solid. Yeah. Yeah, but you guys like seeing me work. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to watch me weld up the trailer. Oh, there were some flags on that bridge. Little tiny ones, but still kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see flags here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get creative and figure out how to use this cell phone mounted WeBoost phone in it. Because yeah, it seems like it's rocking the job a lot nicer. Oh, I gotta schedule an appointment with a doctor. I'm gonna definitely have to see if I can sit here and talk him into giving me some Ambience. Having my brain race every time I'm gonna do something, like I'm gonna go to an event or whatever, you know, and not being able to fall asleep the night before, really is taking a toll on me. I need to be able to command myself to go to sleep when I need to go to sleep and shut my brain down. And so far, that's the only thing that I found that actually knocks me out. 2 ambience and I'm out to the, I'm just out. It doesn't matter what I'm thinking about, I'm just done. I put my head on the pillow after 2 ambience and I'm just gone. Yeah, melatonin or whatever. I've tried those pills and they just don't do much. Yeah, smoke weed. Well, I've never done marijuana, and right now in my industry they still test for it, and it's just not something I want to pick up because I know I have an addictive personality, and if I like it, I'm going to keep doing it. So marijuana, whatever, is just, you know, just the way it is. So it's, you know, the devil you don't know. You know, if you don't know about it, you don't want it. So, yep, not really an option. Probably been missing out most of my life. I probably would enjoy it. And I think that's part of why I don't do it, because I know I probably enjoy it. Yeah. Well, sassy pants, that's only if I'm kept awake. If I actually take them and I go to bed like I'm supposed to, everything's fine. Ambience. Take up meditation. Yeah. Yeah, I found out that, you know, I lose my inhibitions on ambient. I am definitely, you know, you want to see a wild and loose, crazy, you know, don't give a fuck about anything, Eric. Give me an ambient and then force me to stay awake. I get punchy as hell. I get that way if I'm just overtired too. So it's the same effect if I just get overtired, but it's funny. Please, you know, at least it's something that's going on in Wisconsin. Hopefully people and make their movement a little bit bigger. Maybe get more people involved. Definitely be nice. I think it'd be a good thing to get their group larger. I'm sitting here going, where's my other phone? Oh yeah, I have all 3 phones going right now. I got one running for G. Other phone is in the mount for the Wii Boost, the little smaller Wii Boost, and it's running as a hotspot. And I'm sitting here going, oh yeah, where's my other phone? I'm looking around for it, not realizing it's sitting on the dash. Wow. My brain's gone. That's funny. Granny Sue, did I miss? I asked you what pill do they have you using for sleep, and I asked if they had you on that ambience, but I think I was in a buffering area. So did you ever reply? Interesting. I'll have to look into if there's any side effects with either one of those. I don't mind ambient other than the fact that I lose my inhibitions if I stay awake. I don't mind those because I know 2 of those knock me the hell out. And I haven't really had any real problems, but I'm going to screenshot that real quick. There we go. I just screenshotted it. So I'll have to ask my doctor about that. Yeah. Waupun. I am not going to Waupun. Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. I'd probably be a trip on marijuana. I'm already, I don't know. I'm pretty chill already. I mean, how much? I don't know. If, maybe I'd be a zombie. I'm already a very chill person. I could just imagine. I'd just be like, whoa, that was a strap. I suppose I should have just sat and drove right over it. Time to get ahead of the semi. Give him plenty of stopping distance. See, that's why I'm a good driver. I didn't cut right in front of the semi and then hit my brakes. I got in front of this guy and left him plenty of room, and also gave him a lot of time to realize I was coming over. Caffeine, nicotine, yeah. Walk 2 miles before you shut down. You'll pass out. Yeah. The problem is I can be dog tired. I mean, so tired. And I'll just, a little bit of my OCD, I don't think I've got really bad OCD. Like, my father is one of these type of people. His level of OCD is he's got a routine every morning. It takes him 2 hours. If he wakes up 10 minutes late, he's going to leave 10 minutes late because his routine is a 2-hour routine. So, or maybe it's an hour. I don't remember. It's been a while. You know, but that's just his routine. It doesn't matter. If he's running 10 minutes late or 20 or half an hour, he's got his routine. He's got to do it in a certain order, and it's going to take what it takes. Where me, you know, I can realize that I'm OCDing and I can stop myself. Even though I don't like it, you know, I can recognize that I'm doing it and I can be like, okay, well, I'm just going to have to deal with this tomorrow. Where a lot of people get so fixated on a problem that they have to complete it before they can go to sleep or whatever. Where my problem comes in is I will start thinking about the day tomorrow. You know, what do I need to pack? What do I need to do? You know, what do I need to bring, you know, obsessing about a project or something like that, and I'll be running through it in my mind, and I just can't shut my brain down. You know, I can just be laying there, eyes closed, head on the pillow, and my brain is just trying to figure out fixes to problems, and, you know, just all this. And it's always wasteful too, because usually the next day I don't remember what the hell I was thinking about the night before. So it's like, well, what was the point? You know? So yeah, it's kind of a waste of time in the first place. But yeah, this little mobile Weeboost seems to be doing a rocking job. Because I definitely do not think we were buffering as bad as we were on the way out there. So maybe the big one's just going to have to be for when I have the RV out or stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't need them every night. It's not an every night thing. It just, it's definitely when I've got something that is important or something that I need to be doing the next day, I'll start fixating on the task for the next day. And that's why there's been a lot of days where sometimes if I got something I have to do in the morning, I'll be up all night. I'll try to lay down and I'll rest as much as I can. I don't fall asleep, but I just try to not do anything. Then I'll get up in the morning, I'll do what I need to do, and then I'll crash really hard about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or, you know, sometimes if I can keep busy enough, then the very up for 24 hours or more, and then I actually crash hard. Then I don't need a sleeping pill. But, you know, I can't go through my life living like that all the time. I need to have a way to just shut myself down. Interesting. Yeah, did you guys hear that supposedly there's a new medicine that's been being a thing of the past? Which is really surprising. I mean, Big Pharma always wants to deal with treatment. They don't really want to deal with, you know, cures, because once you cure something, you don't have a return customer. So it's kind of surprising that potentially that's coming down the pipeline. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on it, but I did hear about it. I don't remember exactly what the source was. It sounded reliable, but I'm gonna definitely have to check into it. Because that's some really exciting news. It would be nice if we could stop having to worry about cancer all the damn time. Glad the rain's finally over. Maybe I actually will get to weld on my trailer today. That'd be nice. I'll have to go home and get my truck though. I got my welder at my house, not at my shop. That'd be great. I mean, that'd be awesome if we can finally get rid of cancer. That's been something that's been lingering over people's heads for so many years. You know. I mean, I guess they're finding more and more types of cancer that supposedly this medicine's working on. That'd be awesome. There's Wendy. They've been asking about you, Wendy. You've been missed on the stream. People are bored of me. They want you back. They want my Mrs. G back in the chat, or back reading the chat. They miss you. I told you could have been a live streamer. They want you more than they want me. It's been Wendy this, Wendy that. I'm just chopped liver. They got a taste of you on stream and they want more. Oh, you had a stream? Did you finally get your streaming working? Or was that on Facebook? Did you finally get your YouTube stuff working? Telescope helped you? Well, that was nice of him. I think we had to wait for you to get enough viewers before I could have helped you because you didn't have enough viewers initially. I believe. I don't remember. Well, why don't you post your link and we get some more viewers on your page? I mean, with that little wrench I gave you, you can post your link whenever you want. Just try to come on when I've got a lot of viewers. I don't have very many right now. Next weekend, I'm going to be back down at that rally, though, with the ladies that are trying to end some of the mandates for vets. I thought you still had to have like so many viewers for Prism to work too. I thought there was a minimum on Prism. Like you had to have at least 100 or 400 or something. I don't remember. So how many subscribers do you have right now, Wendy? Okay. There's a YouTube studio way, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad he was able to help you out with that. Out to this whole streaming thing myself. I'm still figuring it out as I go. I think I am going to be rocking this smaller Weeboost, though. It seems to be doing a lot better job in the car than the big one. So I'm pretty happy about that. Maybe I'll try to see if I can get the bigger antenna to hook up to the small unit. See if if those two will communicate. That'd probably be a match made in heaven. Can't do videos of the farm. You can do pics though. Is that because the people at the farm don't want you to do videos? Is that what it is? I mean, if you're in your truck or in your camper, you could probably do videos, because then you're not shooting outside. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and I bet it was a lot cheaper buying them online than it was trying to buy them locally. It's amazing how everything seems to be cheaper online. But I guess when you don't have can't video in a spot, but not of whole farm. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, you got to get on them videos. I think you'll get a following. Just remember to keep your readers around. 90-minute drive. Yeah. I think people will be interested in seeing what you're doing. I mean, if people are going to watch me drive down a road, I think they'll watch you paint. You can just tell them about your happy trees. Well, I think the best time would probably be to try to watch when like some of the other streamers aren't streaming. You know, people will be more interested in following your stream if there's nothing going on. I'm headed home. I just went to that Wisconsin rally about the mandates about the V for the nurses at the VA hospitals, and they were sitting here telling me about nurse shortages, and that some of the nurses that are the senior nurses are getting put on desk duty because they're not allowed to interact with some of the patients and stuff, and a lot of the problems that they're having in the nursing industry, especially at the VA hospitals. So I went out and I talked to them because I couldn't really find any any real information on their on a website or a Facebook or anything. So all I had was a flyer that was posted on Soup Mama's website, or on Soup Mama's YouTube. So I figured I'd go and check them out, and I did, and I got some contact info, and you know, I'm gonna see if there's some links that get posted to the comments or whatnot, and try to get them connected up with some bigger organizations maybe, and get some other like-minded people that maybe grow their movement a little bit. Hopefully hopefully on the 27th, we can get some more people to show up down in Madison for them. So that's kind of the goal, is maybe on the 27th, which is next weekend, Saturday, we can get some more Wisconsinites to show up and support these people.
Continue straight.
So right now I'm headed home. I'll probably check the radar, see what the weather's going to be like by me. Then I'll probably start a new stream if I can. I'm going to go out and go weld on my trailer, and so we're going to do some trailer repair, because my content has been lacking me working on stuff. So I got to fix that ramp, so I consider I can load up my Jeep back on my trailer and put my ramps away. So if it'll stop raining long enough for me to do it. I think the name was Carly. It scrolled away too fast, but you're welcome. So yeah. So yeah, it'd definitely be nice to get some more people involved in their movement. So yeah, put the call out right now. If you're in Wisconsin, come visit us on the 27th. Even if it's just come say hi to me, come out and meet the ladies and come say hi, because I'll be in Madison. They're talking about possibly starting a little earlier than what the flyer said, because pretty much around 2 o'clock, when the farmer market dies, a lot of their target audience is gone. So they may actually start closer to 11 o'clock instead of noon. So you guys might want to, I'll confirm that a little later in the week, if that's what they're going to end up doing, and then I'll confirm if they're going to be there at 11 instead of noon. Then they'll probably go from 11 to 2, unless they get a really big crowd, then who knows, it might go longer. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see what happens.
Use the right lane to keep right onto Highway 23.
I may StreamYard, but then I have to be careful what is heard near any residents. I lost headphones. Okay. Well, you can pick up headphones at any Walmart for a couple of dollars. Heck, even some of the gas stations, you can get a cheap set of headphones.
At the light, turn right onto Highway 23 east toward Sheboygan. Then at the roundabout, take the second exit.
I don't know if I heard Trump say that. I could have. I don't know. I haven't really been listening to him too much. I think I got to check the brakes on this car. I'm hearing a little bit of squeaky. I think the pads are starting to go. Nearest Walmart's 2 hours away. Wow. Is there a gas station or a truck stop? They'd have them too. Yeah, I think I'm going to need brake pads for this car. I've got drilled and slotted rotors on this car, so it eats up the pads a little quicker. Gives me really good braking power. The car comes screaming to a stop, but it definitely eats the pads quicker. So probably got to check that out too. Maybe I'll be doing a brake job today too. Well, that sucks. That's a long drive. Yeah, I'm really digging this smaller wee boost. It seems to be doing a lot better than the big wee boost. At least from what I'm seeing. I mean, how's the video and audio been working for you guys? I mean, I've seen the signal go down a little bit here and there, but I don't think it's been as bad as it was on the big wee boost. I didn't actually get into... Give me 1 second. I think the signal's dropping. There we go. Now it's starting to pick up. I didn't get into their political views, so I don't know. I would assume that that it's more of a Republican mindset, but I didn't actually ask the ladies what their If all of a sudden I get quiet, it's because I'm watching the signal meter, and whenever I see the signal meter take a real dive, I just shut up and wait till I see the numbers go back up, because I don't want to sit here and have something get cut off because there's not enough signal to transmit. Really, industry that saw a problem in the healthcare. That happen to work for the VA hospitals, that see that veterans aren't getting that don't want to get the V, are getting put on desk duty, and you're getting a lot of newer nurses, you know. Well, there's a lot of people that aren't going into nursing right now because they don't want to deal with that. My daughter's actually one of them. She actually wanted to get into nursing, and she's shied away from it because she doesn't want to deal with that stuff. So she's actually doing a factory job, and there's a lot of other people out there that are doing the same thing. And well, we're just came out of Fond du Lac right now. We're headed towards Sheboygan. So there's a lot of people that are shying away from the nursing industry right now, which is causing a shortage. And with these mandates that are, you know, that are limiting patient interactions and putting some of the long-term nurses with the higher skill set on desk jobs, that's really causing a whole problem in the nursing industry. Because when things are going down, the people that have the experience aren't there caring for the patients. So a lot of people are leaving the nursing industry because they don't want to deal with it, or they're getting placed on desk duty away from patients, and it's really creating a whole problem in that industry. So I think their main goal is just to shed light. I don't think they're trying to tell people if they should take it or they shouldn't take the V. I think they're just sitting here and trying to bring awareness to the problem that these mandates are affecting the industry negatively, and patients like veterans are not getting the level of care, and that there's shortages of people to fill positions. So there's actually open beds. You know, they can't run the VA hospitals at capacity, so people are getting turned away or delayed in procedures and stuff like that because they don't have the staff requirements to fully staff the hospital. So I see where that's a real problem. They were from the Wisconsin VA or the Milwaukee VA. I believe that's the one they work at or they deal with. So yeah. But yeah, we just left Fond du Lac. We're actually coming up to Plymouth fairly soon, and we're headed east towards Sheboygan. So yeah. So I mean, I guess that's what their goal is to get awareness to the problem in the healthcare industry with why nurses are not showing up and leaving the field, and you know, and that's a real problem. Yeah, it's really interesting with the higher wages that everybody's paying. You know, that there's so many companies struggling for workers. I don't get it. We don't have the, as far as I'm aware, there's no credits or anything going on that is keeping people on unemployment, like when, back in the very beginning of the C, where they were basically paying you to stay on unemployment and stay home. I don't think that really exists anymore. I may be wrong. I'm not super researched on it, but definitely seems like it's just kind of weird that all these jobs can't seem to be filled. In every industry. I'm not just talking about nursing. I can understand the nursing one. I was talking to the topless ladies. I was talking more directly to one that was wearing clothes, but I did talk to some of them that were topless too, about what the nurses were protesting about, because I just happened to tell them, I was YouTubing, and I was kind of talking to them about what they were protesting and stuff, and I let them know that my group was the group I was covering was down the way, and their opinion was they should just get the V, and I thought that was very interesting, because right in front of me was a sign that my body, my choice. So I threw that in their face, and they were very clear that that it's my body, my choice when it comes to that. But it definitely wasn't, because they feel that if you don't have the V, that you're affecting other people. But I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, if the V was 100% effective and you didn't get sick and you couldn't get sick and it actually worked, and it wasn't it just lowers your symptoms, I could see it. But if somebody that has the V can just as easily contract and spread it to somebody else, then it really, if it's now just you just won't be sick as long, that whole argument kind of goes out, because it doesn't really protect other people from possibly getting it from you, because if you can still get it once you have the V, does it really matter? I guess I just don't get it. I don't get where that argument holds water, which they're probably going to be out there next weekend. So, if I can find a couple of them that are wearing their shirts, I may actually try to get them on camera and kind of debate them on that issue and be like, if you can still get sick when you're on it, then what's the point? their whole argument was that it protects other people from getting it from you, but that's not really the truth anymore. That's, people that have had the V are still contracting it and still spreading it. So I just don't get it. Yeah. I told my daughter that if she was going to get into nursing, that she really needs to get up off the very beginning stage, because I've always been that person that's always sat here and said the more skill you have, the harder it is to replace you. The better a company is going to treat you. When you're in a position where they realize they can't just replace you with the next person down the line, they definitely treat you a lot better as an employee. I mean, hence, I've been gone for 4 months of my season working for my company, and I'm going to be welcomed back, as if I didn't even go. Granted, it's, I could have taken off the whole year and just been like, yeah, I'm just not working for you this year. And that would have been fine, and I would have just came back next year. But, I'm a skilled asset for the company that's not easily replaced. Because I can keep the equipment going, and I don't have, if there's something that goes wrong with the truck, I know how to limp it home, and I can fix the truck, and I'm more than just a driver, and I've got years of experience driving dump truck, because I actually dealt with a few over-the-road truck drivers that tried to work for my company when I owned my own dump truck company for a while, and it's not the same. If dump truck is its own little creature, you just can't throw any driver in there and just have him flourish. It's a different animal. It's a lot tighter places. You got to do some off-roading. I'll screenshot that. Screenshot it. I hit the wrong button. There we go. I screenshotted it. Hopefully the stream stayed up. Somebody say something so I know the stream stayed up. Please. I accidentally powered the phone off. Well, I didn't power it off, but closed it. Something? Hello? It's up. Good. Thank you. So yeah, no, I'll ever check into it, but I told her to try to become a physician assistant or something, something high end. She's got the time. She could stay at home. She wouldn't have to, she could work a job to have some money, but she doesn't have to. We technically have a second house. If she didn't want to live with us, she could move down to the other house. And minimum payments just to pay the taxes, because we own the house. She could live there for almost next to nothing. But yeah, I was telling her she should take the opportunity to either go move into the other house or something. right now. This is notoriously a bad cell service. So we're probably going to have a lot of buffering right here. I'm just watching the numbers. As soon as they go up, I'll start talking again. Yeah, I don't know why Plymouth has a... I don't get why Plymouth has such bad cell service. And it doesn't matter which carrier you're on. You would think that Plymouth being a small town, that they could get better cell coverage, but it's just horrific here. There we're starting to go. Now we're getting some stream back. Alright, sorry about that. Like I said, this area is just notorious for really bad cell service, so it wasn't even worth trying to talk because I just knew I was buffering and audio was not going to be there. But what I was saying earlier is, you know, I told my daughter she's got the opportunity right now that she could just go to school and stay at home and, you know, get higher in her career instead of getting the first level and then working, because you tend to get into that trap where you start working a job, you're making money, and then you just don't have time to go back to school and further your education. So, but right now, I think her career path with nursing is pretty much just put on pause. So I don't know if she's ever going to pick it back up. I'm not. She was taking court. So, yeah, it's a damn shame. And I just don't get it with such a high survival rate. I just don't get the whole thing. I mean, armchair quarterback, I guess, you know, but still. Just need to end it. Although I think I'm going to end up starting a membership. A couple of dollars. I think I'm going to try to get a cell phone on Cellcom. And I think I'm membership site, part of YouTube, to help pay for that cell service. You know. Because I'm up to 3 phones right now and I'm paying for the cell service right now, but unfortunately they're all on Verizon. I need to try to get to somebody, I need to get like AT&T or somebody that's got a little bit better coverage where Verizon sucks. So that way I can be a little bit more versatile on where I'm streaming. Because unfortunately if I end up in an area where Verizon just isn't covering, because I don't have any other device. I don't know. I think it's a good way possibly to get a little bit of revenue, kind of like an HBO subscription, I guess, without having to ask, you know, for donations all the time. Because right now my cell service is costing me, what, $55 per phone, so $110, plus I got the third phone just hooked up for $45, so $155 a month for cell service to be doing this, when I only personally need one phone for my personal life. So I guess you could knock off one of the so let's see, 55 plus 45. So about $100 a month I'm spending on extra cell service just so I can stream, you know, above and beyond my own personal use. Well, the nice thing about the gizmos and gadgets I buy, they're one-time costs. You know, if I choose to buy them and I've got a little bit of money to do it, I'll buy them. But you know, the cell service is a recurring cost every month. So you know, that's strictly $100 a month for service. You know, and it's probably going to go up because I'll probably drop one of the phones. You know, well, I got to buy a dedicated streaming phone. So there's going to be the cost of the phone services for that, and that's probably going to be more. Costs are a little bit more. GoPros are, you know, $300, $400. I actually have some because I bought a couple of Hero 5s and I've got a Hero 8 black, that I used for when I was doing my mudding stuff and whatnot. Problem with using them for live is you have to have them on a Wi-Fi connection to stream with them, and hotspot data is limited. That's why the phones tend to work a little bit better, because you get more of an unlimited plan using the cell phones than using the hotspot. The best plan you get on average, even if it's unlimited, is only like 50 gigs. So to do a GoPro video here and there, yeah, that's fine. Like, I can burn doing GoPro stuff, where the GoPro is probably a little bit more suitable for the vibration and where the GoPro is a little bit more suitable. As I was saying, for the rugged vibration and the outdoor use like that, but you know, I don't know. You know, I don't think streaming from a GoPro is a practical, everyday device. If it somehow would work in a way that that it wasn't using hotspot data and it was just using straight phone data, that might work better, but you know, or if you're doing it at like your house where you have your Wi-Fi. I mean, GoPros definitely make a lot more sense in a fixed situation. You know, if I was streaming at my house or I'm streaming at my shop where I've got a dedicated Wi-Fi connection, then yeah, I can stream my GoPro all day long and not have a problem. But when you're mobile and you're driving around, it's just not quite as practical. Unless you've got something like Wizzy's got some type of device where he can port in multiple like camera views, and then that device sits here and uses a cell connection that's not itself is using it, like a tablet, and that works more on a cellular type connection. And that seems to work, but I can't justify the cost on that. I'm not a full-time live streamer, so. And who is it? Ripta 33 has got a tablet like that too, where he's got a dedicated device that takes multiple cellular connections and can sit here and restream a whole bunch of stuff, or can stream from a whole bunch of sources. You know, something like that, you know, I can't justify the cost on something like that. You know, I'm just, you know, but, you know, if at some point I become a bigger streamer, then maybe I can, but right now I'm not making any money on this. So, I mean, as you guys can see, I've streamed how many streams? How often do you guys see super chats come up in my viewing? How many times do you see people sitting here and saying, oh, well, I donated? I don't get a lot of donations. I also don't push for them, but, you know, I'm working on whatever I have income-wise to to fund this whole streaming thing. So unfortunately, I can only buy what I can afford and justify. You know, things like the WeBoost and stuff like that, I can justify because I go to a lot of events where I've got poor cell coverage at those events, and I want better cell coverage for when I'm out there. So I could justify the expense because it benefits me other than streaming, you know. But to buy dedicated streaming hardware just to make me a better streamer, you know, that is only going to benefit streaming, yeah, I can't really afford to do that. You know, if it doesn't have a dual purpose in my life somewhere else, you know, that's just kind of money out the window. You know, maybe if I become a bigger streamer and I get more money, or get some money from YouTube, you know, for having more viewers and more followers. I'm definitely not getting the viewership I used to when I was back with the TPC. I mean, this is not the days of 1,000 viewers anymore. You know, not saying I don't appreciate the people that hang on. I mean, you guys are definitely my dedicated viewers, and I appreciate that you guys come on, but it's not helping to buy new equipment. When you say Danny, what was Danny's YouTube name? I may have to check out what kind of setup he had. Well, I appreciated Classic Contracting. Oh, Dan, okay, Ripta, yeah. Yeah, he showed me his tablet. It was a pretty cool little setup. Expensive as all get out, though, I'll tell you that. I don't know if he uses that for at home, though. He might have just bought that for when he was going out on the convoy. I don't know. But that was some serious dedication there to buy that piece of equipment. I actually like Wizzy's little backpack thing. I don't really know much about it. You know, I just had 4 cellular modems built into it. It was a pretty cool little setup, but yep. All right, so we have made it home. I'm gonna shut down the stream and check the weather and figure out if I'm going out to the shop to do some welding. I might go over to Cellcom and sit here and see how much cell service is there, or even talk to AT&T. I guess AT&T has now got a truly unlimited data pack for their cell phones too. These unlimited plans that are supposedly truly unlimited. Verizon has that. That's what I have on this phone and that phone. And then this one here, I brought this one out of mothballs. This is a iPhone XS Max, which I actually like because it's got the big screen. I can see stuff. But you can tell it doesn't have as good a cameras, so I haven't been using it for streaming. I've actually been using this one. I've been using this phone here more for monitoring the chat and watching what you guys are saying when I'm away. You know, like when I was away from the camera, I was using this phone to do that, and I ended up getting a $45 plan from Visible. Which I guess uses Verizon towers. And so far it seems to be doing a pretty good job. for $45 a month, just for that feature. I don't think its upload speed is quite as good as my dedicated Verizon phones, but you know, for being able to monitor the chat, it works. But I think I'm going to upgrade the phone that you guys are on to a 13 Pro Max, because I really, with my eyesight, I really need the bigger screen so I can see you guys chatting a lot easier in the car. And I think the 5G would probably help with some of these spots where I'm having a little bit, you know, newer technology tends to work a little bit better when you're out in the boonies. So I've done the track phone, and I've also done Straight Talk that goes through Verizon. The problem is with those third-party carriers, and it's probably going to be the same problem with this visible service, is you're considered a third tier person on Verizon. And the problem is that when I went to big events, like if I went to the biker rally up in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, I'd be on Verizon. And somebody that was dedicated on Verizon could get internet, and I would have full service in bars, but because they were a tier 1 priority customer, they got data. But if that tower was being overloaded by those people, I got no data. Even though I was on the same Verizon tower, I was a third class person, so I got less service. So, you know, that's just the way it is. So, all right, well, I am back at home. I'm going to shut this down and figure this stuff out, figure out what the rest of my day is. If it's going to stop raining, you know, I would love to sit here and get out and go work on that trailer and get that banged out, because otherwise I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. And I will bring you guys back along if that's what I end up doing. I may stream with the GoPro because I've got fiber optic. Well, I could have gigabit if I wanted, but I've got 600 megabit right now out at the shop. It's crazy. The shop's in the boonies, but I've got the ability to have gigabit up and gigabit down fiber optic internet at my shop, which is hilarious. Yeah. But like I said, if I could sit here and I could figure out something where I could have like a tablet with an AT&T and a Verizon, I think the combination of those two services, you're golden, because wherever Verizon sucks, AT&T's pretty much picked it up. T-Mobile in this area sucks. So they're, you know, even though they've got some really good plans, T-Mobile just has horrible coverage around here. So it is what it is. So, all right. I will see you guys later. Thank you for coming along. And thank you again for the super chat. I do appreciate it. And I will be on here when I can. So we're doing this again, huh? I gotta go. Gotta make some phone calls. Gotta find out about cell service. All right.